welcome you guys to the green room. I decided to do this video for this week's episode. Live, of course, but more realistic and in the flesh, literally speaking. I'm in the middle of getting dressed to head out, and I decided, what better time than the present. Anyway, so this week's topic of discussion is about how art saved my life. Everyone always asks me, why am I so passionate about the arts? Why am I so passionate about my art? Why am I just passionate about everything that I do? And honestly, as I spoke in a couple of episodes before, I suffer from anxiety and depression really bad, to the point where they want to medicate me, but I chose to not be medicated. From when I was a kid, I have ADHD, but no child really has ADHD. They're just a kid. Either way, they had me on Focusil from when I was a really young kid, really young, and that fucked up with my tone of voice. It fucked up with, just me being able to vocalize myself. My voice doesn't change any tone. When they had me on my anxiety and depression medication, I felt like a zombie as well. So I would much rather feel than be numb, right? So I found alternate means to help me with my anxiety and depression. Um, I started drawing when I was about 12, 13 years old. Then it went from drawing to writing, from writing to painting, from painting to sculpting. And it helped me over the years of dealing with all the bullshit. Um, Coming out as trans, it helped me with that as well. Writing through it, discovering self-love, all of that. It wasn't until February of last year when I realized how much art meant to me. And I was in an accident at work. I ended up burning my hand, third degree burn. Of course, my dominant hand, my right hand. Um, Burned it so bad I lost feeling in my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger. I lost feeling in all three of those fingers. I wasn't even able to hold a pencil, hold a pen. I wasn't even able to hold my spoon or fork to feed myself. Um, it left me in a real serious pickle, and it left me in a world that I didn't even understand. I never knew that I could fall that deep into depression, to be honest. I've been depressed before, but this was a whole nother world, and I didn't know how to express myself other than art. My mom tried her best to get my hand back up and working, but it was hard. It wasn't until she told me that, listen, asshole, exactly like this. She said, listen, you asshole, you eat, sleep, and breathe art. So I don't see why this little complication is going to stop your whole outlook on art. You'll find a way to do art. You'll find a way to create, because that's who you are. You are a creative person, and you will find a way. And lo and behold, I did. I started painting again with my left hand. All the work you see that I show and all of that has been done with my left hand. And since that day, I've been building to try to get my right hand to work again. But, slowly but surely I'm getting there. But my left hand has been the one that's been holding it down, really. So my message for this week is, please don't give up. Listen, I understand how sometimes it's really, really hard to just want to give up. It's really hard to really see through to the end of the tunnel. It's hard to wake up every single day and be eaten alive. It's hard, I know. But don't give up. It's so worth it. Because look at me. So many obstacles have been put in front of me for the 23 years I've been on this earth. And each and every single one of them taught me a lesson. Each and every single one of them made me a stronger person. And like I said in last week's episode, struggle builds character. And you don't want to be a whack person that wants to sit down and talking about how you had it easy throughout your whole life. You need your story. So, with that being said, happy Tuesday. Enjoy this video. I'm gonna go put a shirt on. ET phoning out.